All right, guys. So we're back. I was wrong. We're back for
We back.
we back for the fifth video of our NBA Finals series. Uh, so let's start off with talking about Game 4. Historical performance by the Cavs.
Yeah, they hit, what was it, 24 threes in that game.
Ridiculous.
Turned out a good game. Pretty much the exact scenario I only way for them I thought could win was Love, Irvin, and James all played well.
Yeah, they all had a crazy night.
Yeah, Irvin being the biggest man, points wise with 40. And then LeBron had another triple double, second of the finals, averaging a triple double. So yeah.
Yeah, they scored 50 in the first quarter, 86 in the first half.
Finals records type stuff, I think, right?
Yeah, definitely finals record. I don't know about for a quarter, but definitely for a half. The Warriors didn't play bad though. What was it, 130 something to 120 something?
Yeah, they won by like 18, I think. It was the ending of it was like 137 to like I don't even know. It's like 137, 118 guessing.
It was 137, 116.
Close.
Yeah.
I don't need stats.
So yeah, that was close. But yeah, that was still a crazy game. It was a high scoring game. I thought it was gonna be like that, but be the other way around. But the Cavs came out and they played. Tristan Thompson had a Tristan Thompson game. 5 points, 10 rebounds. Kyrie had 40, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Kevin Love had 23 points, 5 rebounds. JR went 5 for 9 from 3 this time, which is good.
Yeah, JR, they said hit 10 threes in the last 2 games. Like,
yeah,
this man is stepping off.
JR is stepping up. He's doing what he needs to do.
Definitely doing what he needs to do. The Warriors, overall, I didn't think Curry and Thompson didn't have their best games shooting the ball.
Nah, Steph scored 14 points.
Yes.
He was 4 for 19.
Steph, this is his...
Or 2 for 9.
Yeah, I think this is the second worst game of the finals, honestly.
In history?
No, his for this year. This is his second worst finals game this year.
Okay.
All the other games, he did better, except for the one where people are going to get crazy. But he had 30, but he was like low score, like row percentage-wise.
Yeah.
But he had like 16 free throws that one
And he
game.
had 8 turnovers.
Yeah, that game, the one they won.
Yeah.
So I think this game is the second worst game. So I think Steph still struggling in the finals technically. If the Warriors were to win, it wouldn't be Steph the MVP. It would be Durant.
Yeah, KD by this solidified KD as MVP if Warriors win. Even though he shot low percentage too.
Yeah, but he
was
shot
9 for 22.
Yeah, he was 9 for 22, but he was out there just like making a difference. Like Steph was like, pretty much the Cavs did what they needed to do defensively. They stopped the 2 most important players, Klay Thompson, Stephen Curry, and they're making their threes. So that's pretty much explained the victory.
It's crazy because all the Warriors played bad. It looks like. And they scored 116 points. I don't understand this. Draymond was 6 for 16. KD was 9 for 22. Steph was 4 for 13. Klay was 4 for 11.
Yeah, they shot bad. The Cavs shot well, but I don't think they shot that well.
Yeah, the Cavs shot 53% from 3. 52% from the field.
See, this is the first game the Cavs actually hit their threes. Like, they haven't been making their threes, man, and now we see what the Cavs look like when they're making their threes.
When they're hitting the threes.
Yeah, when they're hitting the threes. When JR's hitting 5, when Korver can hit 1 or 2, when Love is making a 3. Because you got to go back to the game before where they should have won game 3. Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving combined for 1 3 in like 14 attempts. Like,
right.
So that's crazy. So they bounced back. And what do you think? Who do you think is going to win game 6?
It's game 5.
5, my bad. Game 5.
In Oakland. The Cavs look like they have a reemergence, but a resurgence, I think is a better word. But I don't know. I gotta see how they bounce back, how the Warriors bounce back from this one because, I think the Warriors are still accessible to, mental.
Just
like
last
lapses.
year, right?
Yeah, like
I've
getting
been
caught
saying
into
that,
everything
man.
from last year. But at the same time, You know, they have so much. They have so
Talent.
much firepower
Yeah, they have a lot
that
of
all it takes is for them to have a good quarter,
exactly.
and then that goes behind them. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then with their mental thing, because like Durant himself blew a 3-1 lead too that last year.
That's what I'm
so
saying.
You know, like them players, the muscle memory is no joke.
Yeah.
So it's a possibility. I think Game 5 out of all the rest of the games, if it goes to 7, I believe it's going to go to 7. But I think Game 5 is the most important game for the Warriors. Like, if they don't close it out now, man, that all the pressure just automatically shifts to Golden State. Like, a little bit of pressure now, but Game 5, where they won one game. Now you take care at home. They don't close it out here, man. Like, it's...
Yeah, it gets scary.
That's when the mental part comes in.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't think the mental part's in there yet. So I think they're good mentality.
Right now, it's 3-1, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
If they lose this game, but at the same time,
I don't think the mental part will come in for that yet. So I think they'll be good mentally.
I gotta see the Cavs win in Oakland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I gotta see. I know they can do it, but if they can beat them in this game, like you said, then I can see them coming back. And like I said, if it goes to 7, I'm taking the Cavs. But
I think Cavs in Game 6, what they need to do. Sorry, I keep saying 6. 5. I'm ahead of myself.
Because that's because you're hoping to get the 6.
And I know
you hoping to get the 6.
I don't know about hope. I told you I would be back for Game 5.
I don't know if you're coming back for Game 6.
I'm coming back Game 6, guys. Don't listen to this man right here. But Cleveland needs to do what they did last game. I personally think Kevin Love had a great first half. Second half, he slowed down. I think he needs to stay on it, be ready to shoot. Richard Jefferson, someone needs to give him a spark off the bench. This man, Darren Williams, just luckily kept his NBA contract with those 2 shots he made. This man.
They ain't keeping his contract. They still need to trash his contract.
They're probably going to still scrap him. But Darren Williams made a shot in the finals, guys. He's got 2 more figures in the finals than Chris Paul has ever had in his career. Just think about that, Darren Williams. It's Game 5 right now. But I like it. I like what they did. Everyone stepped up. Shumpert played well. All the people played well.
Bro, nah. Forget that, bro. The Cavs don't. They lose in this game. They're going to lose this game by 10 points.
10?
They're going to lose it 115 to 105.
Who's playing well for the Golden State
Nah, they're going to
Warriors?
lose it 117 to 107.
Okay, 117, 107.
Steph Curry's going to drop 25 points.
Okay, Curry
KD's going to drop 35 points.
KD consistently 30.
Clay's going to drop 15.
15, okay.
Draymond's going to drop 8, but you're going to have a Draymond game, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Draymond's going to do what he does. They won't get in foul trouble early.
Mhm.
That's really what stifled their comeback a bit. After the first quarter, Steph, Draymond, and Clay all had 2 fouls each.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? That takes away your ability.
Draymond was being stupid, though.
Yeah, he's being wild, but I think they're going to, you know what I mean, relax at home
Mhm.
and not commit as many fouls and not commit as many turnovers. They had a lot of turnovers, too.
Turnovers.
At
They've been
pivotal moments.
The last 3 games, they've had a lot of turnovers. I believe they had more turnovers than the Cavs the last 3 games. It was only Game 1 when they had only 4 turnovers. But what was I gonna say? I was gonna talk about. You think Durant will have a bad game in the finals at some point? Do you think that's a possibility for a player like him?
I think he had a bad game this game. If you think about it,
I think that was an average game. He shot 44%. It's not 50, but he was 2 shots off from shooting over 50% pretty much. So you gotta think about it like that. And then when you're consistently down 16 to 20 points.
You know what?
It's harder for the buckets to come by.
You know what the stat that killed the Warriors was?
Because
their percentage from 3. They shot 28% from 3.
Yeah.
That's what killed them. I don't think they're gonna shoot 28% from 3.
Do you have the stat up of how many threes they took?
Yeah, they went 11 for 39.
Yeah, see, that's not that terrible, honestly. Do you make 3 more
11
threes?
for 39, that's 28%.
What did the Cavs go the one game, 11 for 50, almost, 11:44?
What game was it?
It was a game they lost, Game 3.
The one they lost at home?
Yeah, when they lost at home. The game that they blew at home.
Yeah, they blew. The game they blew.
Shout out Kyle Korver.
1 second. They went 12 for 44.
All right, 12 for 44.
Yeah, they shot 27%.
So yeah, that's another thing too. They were closer in that game, and to win it, and they shot terrible. The Warriors they still could have won. They had their probably worst performance. Can I say their worst performance?
This game?
I think they might have one more bad performance in them. Honestly, something similar to this. I'm not calling it bad. I'm just saying something it just
doesn't have to be tomorrow night.
I think tomorrow night's the night. I think Cleveland's coming. LeBron James is coming. This man is determined to average a triple-double.
Yo, but LeBron James, I know I'm saying it, bro. I think he's wearing down.
How?
This man's wearing down.
30 and a triple-double. That's called stepping up.
Yo, but he's just greatness, though. But
He's just stepping up.
I just don't know how much more he can do.
Technically, he's performing better than he did last year through the first 4 games.
How much longer can he go?
And you know LeBron's got a 40-point game in his bag. He had, 39 the one game? He's got a one that's over 4-0 in the bag. It should be tomorrow. It's probably going to be tomorrow.
It needs to be tomorrow.
It needs to be tomorrow. I agree with you there.
You think Kyrie got another 40-point game in his bag?
I think Kyrie's got another one.
I don't think he got another 40-point game in his bag.
What did he score the one game?
38, and then he scored 40-something last night.
Yeah, so I think he's got it. Like, Game 6 is Kyrie Irving's going to go off. That's the game he's going to go off. I think he's good for 20 to 28.
Yeah, he's good for 20 to 28 tomorrow.
20 to 28. I think he's going to hit 3 or 4 threes. Another amazing artistry of dribbling the basketball. Like, this man is something different. And then I think LeBron's going to get 30 plus. And then Love, I think he's going to get 20. I think he's figured out that, like, LeBron's going to pass me the ball open. I need to be ready. And, like, he's going to be determined. He got something to prove because everybody had him counted out. And he really came out, man. Like, shout out Kevin Love. He came out.
Yeah, Kevin Love came out. He came out to play.
Came out, made the shots he needed to make.
He get into the line.
Like, this is the first time Love, I think, has played well while Kyrie and LeBron are both playing well.
Yeah.
And we finally saw, like, this might be good.
Yeah, what happens when they play together.
When they play well.
I think a Paul George will put him over the top.
Yeah, I think Paul George will put him over the top.
If they get Paul George and keep Kevin Love, it'll put him over the top.
I think it'll put him way over the top. It'd be like a 6-game series.
Yeah, it'll be a 7-game.
Paul George could lock up.
Paul George will win you a game. Kyrie will win you a game. LeBron will win you a game.
Yeah, Paul George is good for a 35 to 40-point game on anybody.
On anybody. And then when you put these super teams together, you got to play it man up.
I know we're getting a little bit off topic, but I just want to quickly touch on the super team thing. You think we're going to get another super team next year, depending on how this series turns out?
Yeah, I think they gotta. If they want to compete, that's what evolution's all about. If you want to compete in an environment, you have to evolve to that environment. So, in order for the Spurs or the Celtics to be able to compete with the Warriors and the Cavs, they're gonna have to go and they're gonna have to get a free agent and they're gonna have to bring someone in who can bring them to that level, or maybe even bring 2 people in that'll bring them to that level. But and not just the teams, but the players. If the players want to win a ring, they're gonna have to go to a team that puts them in a position to be able to compete with these teams that have 4 All-Stars, 3 or 4 All-Stars. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the only way. That's just the way nature works is, people are going to do what it takes to succeed. And the only way I see it possible for another team to succeed in this league is to go and make a super team. So,
okay, yeah, I get you.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get 3 or 4. You know what I mean? If we got 2 or 3 super teams in each conference next year, if all the superstars just decide
go together.
Yeah, like even Chicago just needs 1 or 2 big name players. New Orleans just needs 1 or 2 big name players. Like,
they could, I mean, like Paul George, a player, or Jimmy Butler could go to New Orleans and just change that whole culture.
You see what I'm saying? That's all. There's a lot of teams that aren't far off from being a super. Portland, you know what I mean? Portland gets another big name player.
Yeah, they get a wing. Honestly.
Yeah, big name wing. If Jimmy Butler goes to Portland, or or Gordon Hayward goes to Portland, or what I mean. A lot of these teams really, Washington.
Yeah, Washington too. They could use I wish they would have gotten a big man, but.
And that's all it takes is all they need is a lot of these teams just need 1 or 2, two All-Stars to go there, and they're a super team.
And they're a super team, yeah. Because if San Antonio get 2 All-Stars, that's a super team.
That's a super team. It's a wrap, yeah.
It's a wrap.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we see 4 super teams per conference next year. It's just a battle of the 4.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I just wanted to see what people were thinking, because I really do think the Warriors really forced people to really form actual super teams. Like, this team is a super team.
This team
you have a 2-time MVP. You have the 2nd best player on the planet, a former MVP, probably one of the greatest scorers of all time.
If you were playing 2K and you were picking your team from scratch and you tried to put that team together, people would be like, nah, you're cheating.
You're not allowed, yeah.
Yeah, that's not allowed.
It's crazy. But,
you're not going to be allowed to pick the Warriors in 2K.
Yeah, that's, not cool.
That's just not cool, yeah. But predictions for Game 5.
Yeah, like I was saying, I think Kyrie, LeBron, and Love, they need to have a good game. I think they will. I think it's a big momentum builder because they've been in this situation before. Not as intensely, but they've been in this situation before, so they're ready for it. And LeBron's a gamer, man. Like, LeBron goes out. Like, he even got to rest a little bit because of how big the lead was. But,
Yeah.
like, LeBron's going to go out
looking
there.
Scary when he did.
When he came out, yeah.
It was
But
looking
I think
scary.
it's going to be the same stuff. They need to make their threes. They need to make more than 14 threes in order to win. That's the biggest key. I think 15 threes wins them the game against the Warriors. And then if they can hold the Warriors to under 16 threes. Like, so if they both hit 15 threes, I think the Cavs get that victory.
Right.
Because they do a little bit of the other stuff better.
Right.
Because LeBron James is very good at getting to the basket. Kyrie Irving is very good at getting the basket. And I think the Warriors are just going to not be enough support. I think Stephen Curry's going to have a better game than last game, but it's like you said, 25, right?
Yeah.
So about 25. Thompson, I think, is going to slow down. I think Kyrie Irving's locked in, and it's really affecting Thompson because he has to play.
He got to play
more
extra hard defense on him. Because he got to take him more. And I noticed what they're doing really good is getting separation between Kyrie and Clay.
When he catches
with
the ball,
or
before he gets the ball and stuff like that. Yeah, I was saying that. I was like, they need to give him the ball further out so he has more room to work.
And no, they're just good at, like, they're putting bodies, they're making Clay run through screens and really, you know what I mean? They're hiding Kyrie behind Tristan Thompson or behind another big man, and they're making Clay fight around that big man.
Yeah, that's
and
what
while Clay's fighting around that big man, Kyrie's just dipping off, taking it to the rack, and then nobody else can even stick with him.
Yeah, no one else can stick with him. But
Clay's the only person that can guard him.
Yeah, I think Clay's going to have a similar game. It's going to be under 15-ish. Durant's going to give you his big buckets, and then Draymond Green is just going to – I won't say he's going to implode like he did last year, but his mouth and, like, his aggression is not going to be enough for them to win the next
I think the key for Warriors winning is not giving them 20 free throws in the first quarter. I think that's what killed them for the whole game. Because after that first quarter, it was really an even game, you know what I mean? Like, they weren't really like, the point differential after the first quarter wasn't that large.
Yeah, it wasn't that large, but there was at least
it was the first. They had the 20-point lead in the first quarter.
Yeah, there had to have been. It was a 20-point. Yeah, I guess.
And they sustained it, like, you know what I mean.
And they just held it. Yeah, so they scored bucket for bucket. But it's like you said, it's easier playing with the lead.
With the lead, yeah.
Than without the lead. And the Warriors have never been really punched in the mouth. But they did San Antonio, but they never been punched in the mouth and still have to keep playing good players.
Yeah, they just can't get. They can't let those. Can't get. They got an early foul trouble, and that changes the whole momentum of the game.
Yeah.
Like, when you get 2 fouls in the first quarter, you gotta sit until at least halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I mean? You gotta sit down for a little bit.
Especially
then you
with the
get
players
cold.
they have.
Yeah, you get cold. You get out the zone. You get out the rhythm, and then you gotta come back in the game, and you're not on the same vibe as everybody else. You haven't been playing the same game almost. So.
And then the last thing, the biggest thing, and I think that's going to kill the Warriors, I think Zaza Pachulia's play is just hurting him. He pretty much should have been suspended, honestly. Yeah. You can't be just punching at people's groins just because you're mad. Like, that's a dirty play. He, like, legit tried to punch this man. But I think Zaza Pachulia's been negated. I think they're better off at this point now using JaVale McGee than Zaza.
For sure.
But the couple minutes JaVale was in there, when the Cavs was on, he was a non-factor.
Yeah, he's definitely been a non-factor these last couple games.
2 games, but now they, like you said, they're shifting back home, so maybe he's back.
Yeah, he'll play better at home. He plays better at home.
And my bad. Last thing, the Cavs bench, I still don't think they've hit their peak yet.
I just don't have no faith in their bench, really.
I think their bench has the promise to.
I think their bench was Wolf tickets.
Like, what do you mean?
Like their bench, like Wolf tickets is like, you're selling something that isn't what it is. It's
okay, yeah, like a Wolf.
Like, you're trying to sell me this story, and that's not what it is. That's a Wolf ticket.
I don't know, man.
I think their bench is Wolf tickets.
They're going to need the bench to show up. They're going to need Darren Wills to have them 5 points. They're going to need Kyle Korver to make them 3-pointers. Like, they're going to need it. I have
no faith in Darren Williams, bro.
I don't have any faith anymore. I told my one friend the other day, I was like, man, you're a big Nets fan. Like, I told him I'm doing this YouTube channel with my friend. And And I've been all for Darren Williams just because you claim he's so good, but I told him I have to disown him for a little bit.
You gotta
Darren Williams,
hold that L.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hold this Darren Williams L until he come back. Come on, Darren Williams, you let me down, man.
Yo, but they did pull through with you getting that win in game 5 and game 4.
It's not. They're one step closer to winning the championship. That's how I look at it.
Not getting the win. It's game by game at this point.
It's game by game. Every game's game 7. That's where the Cavs succeed.
Yeah, that's where the Cavs are at, and that's where the Warriors didn't go.
Yeah,
the Warriors didn't go there. The Cavs went to every game as game 7. Mm-hmm. You could tell even with with the Zaza thing. When they were trying to get the ball from him, it was 4 Cavs on him, mugging him. You know
and they was up like 15, so they was like, "Nah, we not letting this."
Yeah, we not letting up. Like they wasn't. They was playing like it was game 7.
Yeah.
I didn't see the other players stepping up to that level, and that's really what happened. Like plays like that, Amon Shumpert wrestling the ball from Zaza, getting him to punch at his groin. Like those are the games that won them last year's series.
Yeah.
And those are the games they're gonna win. That's the play that's gonna win them these games throughout the rest of the series if they can just keep that intensity.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, man. That intensity. Like no matter what, I think the Cavs is gonna be playing their toughest.
Yeah.
Like they're like no matter the result, because they have to win. It's win or go home for the rest of the year.
They came out at an intensity, and the Warriors came out kind of flat, and they seemed a little bit too celebratory before the game.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? They seemed to be doing their victory laps a little too early.
Yeah, especially because they barely snuck out game 3, man.
They barely snuck out game 3.
I don't understand, like. They barely got that game 3.
It was a demoralizing win to a sense though, just because the Cavs were in such good control of that game.
I think a lot of people believed it was because a lot of people thought that was the Cavs' best effort, and I was saying no. They obviously have these 3 All-Stars that everyone claims are like all great All-Stars. So if all 3 of them had hit 20 like an All-Star does, they should have a chance to win, and that's what happened. So like I think the Cavs have a better game in them too. I don't think they're at their peak. I think Kevin Love has 1 or 2 more shots in them. I think LeBron James has 1 or 2 more plays in them, and I think they could shoot a little bit better too as well. Like overall, not like 3-point. 3-point they set a record, but overall shooting.
I think the Warriors. The Warriors they shot 28% from 3. They shoot 40%. That's their W.
Yeah.
So, they both have. I would like to see them both play a good game.
I think they both played a good game the last game, but like not overall not last game, but the game before 3. They both played a good game then.
They both played a decent game.
But they didn't play like A+ game. They played maybe like their A game.
They both played the same level.
Yeah, they played about the same level.
But they both didn't play at their highest level.
But I think the Warriors are better consistently, but I think the Cavs have potential to be at a higher level.
Yeah, like the Cavs can hit an ungodly, like unseen before level like they
because
hit last night.
They have that player in LeBron to do some stuff like that. That's the difference right there.
And everybody can feed off that.
Everyone can feed off
Kyrie can feed off that. And when Kyrie's doing what Kyrie does,
you know what it is? When Kyrie's making his threes when he's doing what he does. That makes a difference.
It makes a big difference for them, but we'll see. Like I said, I predict Warriors win by 10.
By 10, what was the final score?
15, 115 and 105.
All right, I think Cavs win by 7. It's going to be 121, 114. Cleveland, LeBron's dropping 35 with the triple dub. Kyrie's going to give you 27. And then Kevin Love's going to give you 21 and like 14 rebounds. This man is a monster on the glass. Tristan Thompson, and we're going to take your minutes away, buddy. I like what you did last game, but we're cutting the minutes back, bringing Channing Frye in for a quick 13 that we have not seen yet.
I think with Channing Frye in, they do even more damage. Yeah, I don't know why they're not playing him.
Yeah, Channing Frye needs to play. I don't know if he's hurt. I feel like he's got to be hurt because they barely
just
play
think
him.
He's old.
I think they think he can't guard his position, but like, there's a couple players on the court that can't guard their position for Cleveland. So
it is
why
what
not?
it is. They need to play an offensive.
They need to play. Yeah, they need to play everything. But I think, like I said, that 7-point
their defense
lead,
did win them that game though.
Yeah, that 7-point lead. I think they're going. Warriors gonna have the big third. The Cavs is gonna have the big beginning of the fourth, and they're just gonna have enough right there to take it over and win it by that 121-114. Cleveland.
All right. Well, this video creeping up on 25, so we can cut it here. We'll see what happens tomorrow night, and maybe we'll see you guys back here for Game 6.
Well, we coming back for 6.
Maybe. All right. Peace.
7.